What's up, fellow G fans? King Coach Fan 2002 back at it with another video. Yes, it's me in the flesh. I haven't done a face-to-face on-camera video in who knows how long, but we're bringing it back today, bringing it back for a special occasion. I'm a little bit late to the party, but it's better late than never, right? So as you can tell, we're going to be doing my top 10 most wanted figures at G-Fest 31, I believe it is now. And this will be my 10th year attending the convention. So let's give it up to myself for being a G-Fest veteran, you know? I mean, let me just edit in some crowd applause. But anyways, that's besides the point. Let's get right into the list, okay? So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just give y'all some honorable mentions first off. So I'm just gonna go through them really briefly. So first up, I'm gonna put the M1 GMK Ghidorah on there. That's like really close to being in my top 10. It was actually in my top 10 for a while until a certain figure company decided to release some images of their inventory coming up. So, and then that kind of bumped it just a little bit down, and we're gonna get to that soon. Next up would be the Marusan 350 Titanosaurus, the blue variant. I just saw it recently the other day, going through Toku Toy Town's website, because they were on the Monsters with Attitude like podcast or live stream on YouTube. And then, you know, that made me go on to the site, and then I saw the Titanosaurus, and then it was just one of those things where I instantly saw it, and I was like, yeah, you know, if I see that for a reasonable price, it's gonna end up in my collection. So that's another honorable mention. And last but not least, I'm going to go with the Bandai Eukilosaurus. In previous years, it was in my top 10. It's not gonna be this time around, because it's just like every time I manage to find one, it's always like $400 or something. But if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody ended up getting one for like $150. I don't know if that's true or not. That was last year, but lucky them. Kudos to you, whoever got that. If I see it for a reasonable price, then I'll finally get a Eukilosaurus. But we're gonna hold off on that for now. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes here, the top 10. So first up, this has been a figure that's been on my mind for a long time, and that is the Haya King Ghidorah 1991, or the Heisei King Ghidorah. My favorite monster of all time, one of my favorite designs of all time. The pictures do it justice. I need to see it in person to see just how amazing the figure is. If I see it, I'm grabbing it. Point blank period. I need me a super articulated Ghidorah figure in my collection at long last. So that's number 10. Now, what I was alluding to before with this certain figure company, you know, dropping some heat, they always tend to do this like a couple of weeks before G-Fest happens. That would be YMSF, my friends. Yes, YMSF decided to drop a elite pull of the century. This is something that I've been looking forward to for like the longest time. Like as long as, you know, all my friends in, you know, G Hustle have known me, like all of them, I've always mentioned like there's few monsters that I've wanted, you know, to have their own figures that don't have one yet. That would be the Final Wars King Caesar. That would be Crystalac Obsidius. And then some of the monsters from Godzilla the animated series. The one that I wanted the most just happened to be released for this summer. So at the number 9 spot is actually a few of them. It's a whole lot of them. I'm just gonna add them all into one spot because that's how I would plan on, you know, getting them. So that would be the YMSF C-Rex. That would be my most wanted out of those, by the way. So C-Rex, I've been waiting for that for a long time. YMSF Zilla Jr. I missed out on it a couple of years. Need to get that. The YMSF Cyber Godzilla. That's another one I've been waiting on for a long time. The YMSF Chameleon that they dropped recently. Need to get that. and the YMSF Cryptoclitus, which is like the Loch Ness Monster thing, but it's not the Loch Ness Monster. It's, if you watched the animated series, there is a monster called Nessie. So, you know, it's its own like little plesiosaur type of monster. And just to add this too, I'm gonna put Komodo thorax on there. Did I get the name right? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm gonna put that there. Maybe it's just an honorable mention, but those 5 for sure on my list at the number 9 spot. So let's get that. So next up at the number 8 spot is another grail of mine that I've missed out on for many years. Watching like Ultraman Chronos's reviews on it, always, you know, prompted me to wanting to buy it. I seen it maybe like 2024, or was it last year? I went to go get something else because, you know, I had other priorities at the time. By the time I, you know, went to spin back around, it was gone, and then all they had was the year prior version of that, and I am referring to the Soul of Shogoken Mechagodzilla 1975. Again, I've said this last year and the year before, every G-Fest figure list video, I'm pretty sure it's been on there. But Soul of Shogoken Mechagodzilla cannot escape me this time around. If I see it, reasonable price, it's got to end up in my hands, you know. It's a dope figure. What more can I say? So at number 7, it's another figure that came onto my radar more recently. I have the monster that he faced off against. That would be the Marmot Godzilla 2000 at number 7. Specifically, the like blue, the crystal, clear and blue and pink version. It also has like an Orga that has the same colorway. You know, if they came as a set, I'd get that too, because Orga looks nice. I already have a Marmot Orga in my collection, but there's nothing wrong with collecting other variants. You know what I mean? That's what I intend to do with certain other figures. I'm not going to reveal too much, but yeah. So yeah, you know, Marmot Godzilla 2000 at number 7. At number 6, this is to complete a set, and that would be the Maru-san glow-in-the-dark Gazora figure. Last year, RP of Soul, Rip City Kaiju, I bought those 2 off of him on eBay. I got the Maru-san Ganymedes and Kamibas from him like right before the convention, and then, you know, we exchanged you know, money for the figures at the actual convention, so I had those there with me. Got them for a really good deal. And all I'm missing now is the Maru-san Gazora to go with that, and that's the one that I want the most out of them. And it's eluded me for a while, but you know, I've seen it on eBay a couple of times. But I'm sort of like a completist, you know, like I'm the type that would want to get something at like the biggest stage. So, you know, it's like it makes my haul pop more, and you know, I just feel better going against competition. You know, that's why I don't like going in like the dealer's room early and all that type of stuff. I like just going in blind and just hunting. I'm a shark on the hunt, you know. So that's number 6, I believe. Number 5 would be the Bandai Orochi. That's been another figure that has evaded me for the longest time. For reasons I'll get into a story time on that. You know who I'm talking to. Y'all hold me on that figure. It's not gonna happen again. Every other year, I always see it at the convention, and I really don't know. I couldn't explain to you guys like why I haven't pulled the trigger. Sometimes, you know, they'd be like $375, and I'm like, well, damn, you know, like in 2018 they were only $180, and so it's just like, I don't know. It's like just watching these figures like jump in price. It's kind of weird to me, like in real time, because it must be how like some of the older fans, you know, feel, you know, seeing like some of the figures from like the early movie monster series days, you know, becoming rare and scarce. It's just something I think about sometimes. But Bandai Orochi, giant figure, awesome. Something that I've been wanting for a while now. I gotta get it. At number 4 is another figure that has, you know, recently crept into my mind. Every time I see it, it just, you know, invokes that feeling in me that, like, this is a figure that needs to be in my collection. It needs to be in my hands. It's an underrated monster. The figure is really, really cool. That would be the Marmot Gorosaurus. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna have pictures of like the specific variants on screen, but it has like a, I guess, not exactly a light blue, but it's a, you know, pretty bright blue, and it has the yellow like chest and belly area. It's just a really cool Gorosaurus sculpt, and that's something that I've, you know, wanted for like the past year or two. So that's number 4. At number 3, it's a figure that, you know, I've only seen once in person. That was in 2023. My good pal Chris Anastasis, or Goji Greek, he managed to get one, I believe, in you know, G-Fest 2023. Again, that's the only time I've seen it. That was when I was helping like Claw Mark set up in a dealer's room that year. Saw it once, never again, never seen it in person again. I don't know if I'm gonna see it in person ever again, to be honest with you, but hopefully, you know, they might have like some sneaking around in the convention this time around. But at number 3 is the Sarge Hiroshi Godzilla 1962. I'm gonna pop up, you know, the variants that I want, but the main one that I want is like the clear one with the green and orange, yellow, you know, bits. And the other one would be like the more darker turquoise green and orange look to it. That would be like, if I can't, you know, get the more clear version, it would be that. But I haven't seen either 2 of those around. I've seen the pinkish version there last year. Wasn't too interested in it, but yeah, I really want those 2 variants in specific. So Sarge Hiroshi Godzilla 62 at number 3. Numero 2 would be Marmot Mecha King Ghidorah. That's been something that, you know, like a few of my friends, you know, have been like kind of like eyeing, you know, recently, and it's become like really top priority. You know, like every year there's this one figure that like we all tend to kind of go after. Like back in the early era, so like 2016, it was the Kaiser Ghidorah. 2017 might have been like Titanosaurus or something. 2018 was the Forever series, Glitter Godzilla, and you know, more recently it was like the Desu Doji and all that type of stuff, and Gigabrain Ghidorahs. This one, a few of us in the group want to get the Mecha King Ghidorah figure. We'll see if there's even gonna be any, because this figure is super elusive. I saw one person with it the whole convention last year. I think it was like the darker shaded version. I want the, you know, the more movie accurate sculpt. I don't know, it just appeals to me more. And you know, I'm a big Sofubi guy, so like I really do dig like the alternate colors and all that. But for this figure in specific, I just want the more basic movie version. So Mecha King Ghidorah at number 2 by Marmot. And the moment you all been waiting for, number 1, my most wanted figure at this year's G-Fest is the Marmot Final Wars Manda. Yes. So this is a figure that, you know, has evaded the likes of Goji Franklin for the longest time. There's a moment back in 2016 where he saw one of these for, I think it was just 300, maybe less than that, and he passed out on it, and he didn't see that figure for another 6 years, and it wasn't, or maybe, yeah, it was 6 years. And then you know, finally in 2022 he got it for a bit more of a higher price, let's just say. this time around, if I see one and you know it's a bit reasonable, I gotta do it. That Marmot Final Wars Manda is like arguably one of the like best Godzilla figures of all time. It's just a beautiful sculpt, captures Manda just to the T. The colors on that pop, it just look really good on like in any Sofubi collector's shelves, or just any collection in general, but especially Sofubi. But Marmot Manda, been eyeing that for quite a while now, and sorry, that is my grail for this year. Really, I got like two main grails. That's the Mecha King Ghidorah and the Marmot Final Wars Manda. But the Marmot Final Wars Manda is gonna take my #1 spot on this list. If I see it, you know, it's gotta come this way. Sorry to anybody else. And that'll do it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't want to see me like back in front of the camera again, you know, comment. Just give me your feedback in the comment section. Again, I did this with no script. The only thing I've been really doing is just looking to the side at like my list. I had some of it written out, but everything that I do and say is off the dome. I'm freestyling this, you know. That's just embedded in me. You know, I'm a poet. I'm a lyricist, man. So it's just natural. But who am I kidding, man? I'm just babbling on about. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get to 600 subscribers. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with it. I've been lacking a lot of motivation lately, I'm not gonna lie. Going through some different things, but we're trying to bring some more positivity into the place, lighten the mood up. G-Fest is around the corner, getting ready for that, preparing, and I hope to see y'all there. English Fan 2002, signing out. See you on the next one.